An apple a day keeps a doctor away. This is the phrase and idiom we grew up listening to. But what is the exact meaning of a doctor a day keeps an apple a day keeps a doctor away? The reason is simple, and you should understand it. It means that when you are taking care of your health every single day, when you are eating fruits and vegetables in your diet, and when you are doing these things every single day, you do not have to go to the hospital and you do not have to spend thousands visiting a doctor. So, one thing that we all understand is importance of health. We must take care of our health properly, and we must take sufficient care of what we are eating and what we are drinking. All these things are important for a good health. In general, what we do, we consume a lot of fast food and oil, and we do not drink enough water in our daily lives, and that is why most of the Indian people, they are affected with infection in the intestine. They have constipation, and that is chronic constipation, and it is not of 1 day, 2 day, or 3 days. It's chronic, it means lifetime. They always suffer from constipation, and constipation can be cured with drinking sufficient water. If you take sufficient intake of fluids, including water, in your meals and after meals in a proper manner, you will defeat the problem of the constipation. Okay, not constitution. That's a very different term. This is what happens when you record videos and you generally start recording. So this is how you come across. I was saying constitution with mistake, but I realized it's constipation. Then I switched it up. So you need to be very, very critical of yourself, what you're speaking to, what you are thinking, what you are saying, and what you are consuming every day. So make sure you take care of your health, your gut health, do some exercise. Also, I do not do any exercise, so I will also start doing exercise. Take sufficient amount of liquid in your diets, and be positive, be happy, and make yourself a priority in life, because no one else is going to take care of you. So you are the only one thinking about yourself. So, and taking care of yourself does not mean that you repeat yourself, I love myself, or I am this. No, these are affirmations. Taking care of yourself first means your physical body, your physical health, and that is the most important uh, aspect of being healthy, taking care of yourself. So, first of all, you have to regulate your diet plan, what you are eating every single day, how many times you eat, what is the amount of liquid you consume, and what is your hydration schedule. Because if you work on proper hydration, proper intake of water, 99% of your problems regarding gut problems, constipation, indigestion, overdose, all these things will be eliminated. So first of all, you have to do is you have to check your hydration plan. After that, you have to see, like, if you uh, think, you have to analyze yourself, how many physical activities I perform every day, how often I get outside for a walk, how often I go outside and do something like physical activities like playing games, running, walking, jumping, all these activities, because these are physical activities, and these are very, very critical for your health. Very important topic, very important thing for the well-being of your majestic body. So first of all, you control your diet, then you control your hydration plan, then you control your physical activities, exercise. And number four, because first of all we talked about diet, then we talked about hydration, then we talked about exercise and physical activities. Number four is we talk about sleep schedule. So you must have a defined, a tentative, flexible sleeping schedule. Like, you must have in mind that I sleep around 9 p.m. or I sleep around 10 or 11 p.m. You should not be doing like, today I slept at 10 p.m., tomorrow I slept at 1:30 a.m., someday 2:30 a.m., someday 4 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m., and you playing games all night. That's not how it goes. You have to have a defined an approximate schedule of your sleeping time and your waking time, because sleep is the most important element of your well-being, of your emotional and psychological and mental and behavioral well-being. Because if your sleep is not good, your mind will not work properly, and if your mind does not work properly, you cannot take better decisions. You cannot, if you cannot take better decisions, you cannot have a good behavior with your people. For example, if you did not complete your sleep, you slept only for 4 hours or 2 or 3 or 5 hours or maybe whatever, other than your normal biological demand. Okay, what normal biological demand means, the average time we need to recover from sleep. Okay, so normally it's 5.5 to 7 hours. Okay, so your sleep can between be 5.5 to 7 hours. You need this sleep, not less than this much. So if your sleep is not good, then you will struggle. You will struggle to take good decisions, you will struggle to be active throughout the day, and you will feel you do not have any energy left in your body to do certain tasks. That's number four, sleep schedule. Fix your time. For example, you sleep at 12 a.m., that's fine, but fix it. I sleep at 12 a.m., I wake up at 6 or 7, and that's how my schedule looks like. So it's an example. For example, me, I sleep generally around 11 p.m., and I wake up around 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, and that's normally I do. And that's quite a bit of my routine. So first of all, we talked about the diet plan, what you are eating. You control your diet, you include vegetables and fruits in your diet. Then number two, you take care of your hydration plan, how many times and what amount of water you are consuming every day, and when you have to take it. Number three, we talked about your physical body exercise and your fitness. And number four, we talked about sleep. And number five, we talked about your mental health. And mental health is also one of the most important elements to check whether you are healthy or not. Because if you are good in a good mental state, then you can be okay. If your other aspects are a bit of irregular or disturbed, but if you are not mentally well, if you are not in a good mental state, that's the worst thing you can do. So controlling what you are thinking every single day, how you are responding, how you are reacting to the events occurring around you. What happens generally is we have a very basic human nature. All day, when we see something that does not suit our uh, standards, we get angry or anxious, we get sad, or we get furious over that. And if we see something good happening, we get overexcited, over happy, and that's how we go. But you have to take care of your mental state. Means you need moderation. Moderation means you have to be in the normal state. Do not take things that much seriously. For example, if something bad happens to you, take it. Okay, be sad for a moment or two, but do not take it on your head. Because when you take things more than they are required to be taken seriously, then it really impact your behavior. So you get depressed, you will get overexcited, and in both cases, if you are depressed, angry, or overexcited, overenjoyed, you will take wrong decisions. So you have to have a sort of moderation in your mood. If something good happens, react to it, but do not react extremely. If you are having a problem, don't make it like a mountain. Treat it as a problem and have some hope, have some positivity. Everything will sort out. And that's how you go. So you don't have to take things too much seriously, like whether you fail an exam or you top an exam. If you top an exam, generally people go up the skies. And when they fail, they get crushed down to the earth. And I think both are extremist view. You need a better moderation. Moderation is important and it is one of the key elements to be in a better state of mind. Okay, so we talked about five things. First of all, we talked about your diet plan. You have to include vegetables, fruits, fibers, cereals, and all these things in your diet. Number two, we talked about hydration plan. You have to intake sufficient amount of water every single day. For example, doctors generally suggest we need 3 liters of water every single day, and 3 liter of water means not to intake all the water at once. Drink it in quarters. Number three, we talked about our fitness, our physical health, like fitness, sports, activities. Number four, we talked about sleep schedule and sleep regulation. And number five, we talked about mental states. So these are five elements of a better health. So you have to check yourself on all five parameters, and if you find yourself, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and you have to work on that element which is lacking. So that's how it goes, and I think that's much for this video.